everybody? Welcome back to my channel, Kicks with Fresh. Now, if you're new here, I go by K Fresh, and in today's video, I'm gonna give you a detailed review, an on-feet look, and my personal opinion when it comes to comfort, featuring the Nike Space Hippie 04. Now, before we get into the logistics of this video, please make sure to hit that subscribe button. On this channel, I do sneaker reviews, clothing hauls, and how to style. So sit back and relax, and let's go ahead and get into this video. Now, first and foremost, I did go ahead and open the box and wear these sneakers. And the reason being is, like I said in this video, I do want to talk comfort. A lot of people were telling me on my Instagram, which is also Kicks with Fresh, that these were one of the most comfortable sneakers that they've picked up in a while. And surprisingly, a lot of people already have multiple pairs. So I was like, okay, before I do this review, let me go ahead and just throw them on feet, wear them for a whole entire day so that I can incorporate that into my video and hopefully help you all as you go and buy these sneakers. So judging by the box, very simple. Nike did put this in another box, so it did not ship with the shipping label on the box as it previously did, so shout outs to Nike for that. The size tag does read W Nike Space Hippie 04. The W just means that it's a women's sneaker. There are some colorways that are in men's, but this one is particularly a women's sneaker. I did get this sneaker in a 10.5 women's, which is my true to size, which is also a 9's men's. So as you can see here, just to give you all the different specs again as you are thinking of purchasing this shoe, or maybe you have the shoe and you just haven't put it on feet. So when you actually open up the box, that is where you get a lot of the branding. I actually was very impressed with this because a lot of the materials on this sneaker is from recycled materials, you know, just things that Nike probably had overflowing in their factories. And then honestly, when you get into the box and you look at it from this angle, that makes it really worthwhile. I really enjoyed what they did with the box, and it was very innovative and different. And then on the inside, I want to peel back some of the layers so that you can actually see this. It does say Nike Trash Transformed in Space Hippie, you know, all over the box. There's just like virtual, you know, different branding and things like that in the box. Don't know if you can see everything, trying to make sure you see everything. And then down on the bottom, you do get the typical, you know, Nike branding and a lot of the trademark information. Now, before we get into the detailed review of the sneaker, I do want to let you all know these sneakers do not come with shoe trees. I did put a shoe tree in the right sneaker just so that you can see it as I do the detailed review. So as always, I like to start with the outer sole of the sneaker. And as you can see by this outer sole, you do have a lot of spackle type material. I believe this is where all that recycled material did go on this sneaker. You do have this Cambry blue, I think it's what they're calling, right here on the middle portion of the shoe, excuse me. And then on the heel tab, you do have more of a gradient look. And then for some reason, right here where your big toe would go, there's another patch of that. So that is really nice, and I think that really attributes to the comfort with this sneaker. When you get to the outer portion of the shoe, this is where you see the sole, and I'm going to talk about this a little bit more in detail, but really just for this part, you do get the Cambry sole, some more recycled materials. As you can see, there's like little bits of materials. You do get a darker blue Nike swoosh. And then you have this material here, which kind of goes into what is a pull tab, which I really like the fact that they had this on this sneaker. I think if they would have just left it with this part, I wouldn't have liked it as much because I love a good pull tab. So then when you get to the front portion of the sneaker, you do have some rope style laces, which I think are all right. I don't know if I would have preferred regular laces, but the rope laces are kind of awkward in terms of tightening the shoe, but we'll get into that a little bit more later. And then you do have some branding right here on the top. I believe this says 04, and then there's a Nike swoosh. It doesn't say Nike or anything like that, or this is trash. So very simple, but detailed in terms of attention to detail. Then when you get to the inner part of the shoe, it is the exact same material. It's kind of lightweight. So I really like that they kept this sneaker as lightweight as possible. You do got a Nike swoosh up here, closer to the toe as well. And then there's this like really interesting stitching. Like, I don't know, it doesn't really have any elastic to it. So that's really interesting that they put that on the sneaker. Not really sure how this will work, as you're tightening up your laces, but I didn't really have a problem with it. And then one of the things I do want to pay attention to that I forgot is there actually is a Nike swoosh right here. So that's really nice in terms of the branding. And then you do have Nike right here on the pull tab. So it was at $130. I did have a coupon, so I only paid $78. I thought that it was worth the $78. It was a really comfortable shoe. And as we get into comfort, I do want to mention a couple of other things first and foremost. So I'm actually going to take the insole out, y'all, because the insole was actually different than what I was expecting for this sneaker. So when you look at the actual insole of this sneaker, you see like two different materials. You see like a yellow and then like a burgundy color. I thought that was pretty interesting. I don't know what materials this is, but it's soft and it's squishy. So soft and squishy, I love. And then you do have the pinwheel of Nike swooshes or checks right here on the heel of the shoe. And then obviously the insole is in that blue colorway. So, I just thought that was a really different for this sneaker. And it wasn't just like a regular flat insole. It has a lot of cushiony material. And then obviously on the inside, there's nothing, I don't know what material they call this, but I do like it. I think it's similar to the Yeezy kind of brand where they have the prime knit, but it's obviously not prime knit, but it gives me that vibe. Okay, so now that we've done a detailed review of this sneaker, I do want to talk comfort. So like I said, I wore this sneaker all day. I went to the casino and wore it, on the casino floor where there's a lot of walking and things like that. And I did not wear socks with this sneaker. One of the reasons why I actually purchased a sneaker is I felt that it was a great summertime shoe. And sometimes in the summer, like, I just don't wear socks on my shoes because I just don't like my feet to be hot and sweaty. And maybe that's the purpose of socks, so that they don't sweat. But I feel like when I don't wear socks and I have a light, airy sneaker, it is way more comfortable and breathable. So as I was actually wearing these shoes, they were very, very comfortable. I did not have any issues with my lower back. Sometimes when I wear a sneaker and it's not very comfortable, I start immediately having really bad back pain. So I did not get this at all with this sneaker. One thing I said I would mention in this review is the heel looks really big. So I think this is probably like 2.5 inches of material, but honestly, your foot sits down in this. So if I put my finger here, it is literally like right about here. So this piece of material, your foot is actually sitting down in. So if that's something that you were worried about with this sneaker, that you felt like the insole or the outsole was going to be really bulky, it really actually is not. So the fact that I did not wear socks with this shoe, they were a little loose, and I even tried to tighten them up while I was in the casino, but they were just kind of loose. Like, I felt like my ankle was going to slip out of the sneaker. So if you are a type of person like I am that doesn't necessarily like to wear socks with these types of sneakers, you probably want to go a half size down. So if I were to purchase this sneaker again and my intention was to not wear socks with the sneaker, I probably would go with a 10 in women's or an 8.5 in men's, just because I like the snugger fit, especially with this breathable, stretchy material. However, as I do my on feet, which you will see in just a minute, if you go true to size and just wear some socks, you should be fine with this sneaker. There should be no issues with it slipping out. I actually thought that it was fascinating because I didn't wear socks, but there's this little piece here, and I don't know if you can see it, but it's supposed to kind of hopefully lock your foot in there, your ankle, and it did not do that. Like, I just thought, oh, okay, well, they're a little slippy, but you know, I'm gonna go ahead and have this as support, and I just did not have that. So I was a little disappointed by that, but at the same time, I knew what I was getting myself into by, you know, getting a true to size sneaker and not wearing socks with the sneaker. So now that we've done the review, we've talked about comfort and sizing, I do want to leave you all with a on feet so that you can see what the sneaker looks like, obviously on foot, get a little bit better idea of, you know, what it's looking like on my type of foot. I do have a wide, kind of flat arched foot. So if that is the type of foot that you have, then maybe you in luck and you'll see exactly what this looks like. It's kind of like I'm trying it on for both of us. But if you do have more of a high arch, I do think that the sneaker will probably still be quite comfortable for you. So let's go ahead and get into the on feet portion of this video right now. All right, y'all, so I wanted to come through really quickly and close out this video. Thank you so much for viewing it. I really do hope that this video was helpful because this is an everyday Nike sneaker. To me, I love how transformational it is. I love how airy and light it is. Very, very comfortable sneaker, and I would purchase this sneaker again. I don't know if I would purchase it at the $130 price point if I know that I can get it for super cheap, but it is a sneaker that I wouldn't mind picking up a couple of different colorways and having it in my everyday rotation. But anyway, so if you like this video, please hit that thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Go down in the comment section below. Did this review and on feet and talk about comfort help you in your decision making and purchasing one of these Nike Space Hippie 04s or not? Let me know. And lastly, shout out to my soul sis Sneaker Mess on Instagram. She did have this Buy the Sneakers cap just come out this week. This is in that UNC colorway. She has a couple of different colorways. So if you are interested in purchasing this trucker hat or any of the other items that she has on her site, please make sure to go to the description section and click on their link and show her some love. But until next time, you already know what to do. Stay fresh.